Hello YouTube, we're starting to make our wrench that we made the drawing of. We have this nut so it sets as far in as right here, because this is going to be curved. See that? It's hard to explain how I measured this. I did this 60 degree here, and then I just measured what it was and duplicated over here. Disregard that mistake where I scratched it. I didn't feel like putting any more Sharpie on there, but we're drawing this out on the what we call the back of it. In case we make a mistake, we can just redraw it on the other side, because this will leave scratches in the metal and you can buff it out. But that way we're satisfied with it. We'll go ahead and drill from there. We're going to drill in small holes here, here, and here. So when we cut this, we come up to the hole. Now we want the hole to be inside of the lines. We don't want it to be outside. And if there's a little bit of curve, you'll never see it. This is not exact machining. Basic tools. This will measure in 64s. See on the 1/4 inch, and then where the white lines are, that's 64. The blue is 1/10 of an inch, which can measure thousandths. I'm not going to explain how, but 0.01 is not thousandths. See that? But these are really good for stuff like this. Things you're going to use measurements off a ruler. These are a nice set. These are built better than the ones they used to measure thousandths at Harbor Freight. They are. They're built heavier and better. Okay. That's all you get right now. We'll come back later after we cut this out. Okay, I'm glad I got a good drill press, because this is way too big to be using a bit like this. 1/16 of an inch bit. It is a carbide bit, and the Master Force bit set I made a video on a while back. It's just cheap light from Harbor Freight. See where it's chewed up? Had to pry it apart to get to the batteries. So I put a better set. I mean, I actually had to pry it apart with a pocket knife. I'm glad it was only like a $7 tool for the price, but it works. So I can get it all scrunched up in here and get it right on there, and it'll still clear. There you go. Let's go take a break. Okay, we're back over here to our little table, slide out table on the desk. Just nice and handy. You can sit it down. We'll think about drilling a hole in here, maybe even up to 3/8 of an inch while staying. That we have less to try to cut out of here. A lot of this is going to be file work to file in here to make this, so we're going to cut way inside the line because we want to file this to the exact dimension. It's just going to be a simple wrench, but we're practicing some of our skills. The holes are going to be at the corners. I think you know what I mean. We're off just a little bit compared to the other side. See that? But this wasn't exact measurement over. This was a guess. Okay. Not bad for guessing. We did really on paper figuring out 64ths of an inch, and so this was just real quick, some scribe marks. This was the actual make it the best I can. Okay, break time. Taking too much time on this. This is going to be more than a one-part video building this. Okay, that was a close call up to the line. By the time you used the 1/4 inch bit, the 5/16, and the 3/8, it was getting closer and closer. It's pretty close. It did break through at this hole up here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, now we're going to chop this out here and do a little bit of filing. So it's going to be tricky doing that angle. I have a couple things on order. A diamond file and a 60-degree rotary diamond tool that you can clean up threads with. But that'll get me in tight spots to do some fine grinding. It goes in your drill, or you can put in a drill press and carefully work it. But you be careful using your drill for things it's not intended to. Shoving a piece up against something, but that's for another video to show when I get those tools. So Okay, enough on that. Let's get this cut out of here a little bit. We've used our Dremel tool, so we're going to use it again to get some of these pieces knocked out of here. And I have mentioned before, you can stack these up 2 or 3 thickness. Okay, didn't mean to dump them all. You can stack these up and make like a grinding stone out of them. They won't break as easy. So there's a little tip for you. You can stack 3 of them together and use them for a grinding wheel instead of a cutter wheel. So stay tuned. This part of there's going to be several parts to building this wrench. So we want to keep this first part really short. Okay, we're nibbling away at with the Dremel. Just be careful and turn around the other side and make sure you're not going too far, or you may want to turn around and cut a little more on the other side, because remember, these dots aren't exactly up to the line, and that's why we left plenty of here to file back. You know, you can't put it back once you take it away. It's getting closer. I said like these, they're not exactly, but we're going to have the nut up there to fine tune it, you know, just a common nut. There you go. Now we're going to stack some of them together, because they will cut better than some of them stones. We're going to stack probably 4 of those cutter blades together and use that to grind. And we're using a very high speed, which is scary. If you don't use high enough speed, your cutter blades just wear down and everything gets hot. The higher the speed for me, the more efficient the cut is. Just, to me, it's common sense, but stay tuned for more. I said this will be about the end of this part is when we get this one end shaped here. So there'll be several videos on this project. Okay, we got this pretty good. We measured this. Now we're using these. These aren't accurate to the thousandths and everything, but 9/16 will fit in there. And we also measured this thickness from here to here, or width, I would say. We measure from here to here to here, and it's pretty close to being the same. Excuse me. Now, after congestion and coughing attack, because of the humidity and everything, now we have to do this. I mean, it's all beat up and working on it, but we'll redo the lines. We have to do the part for here. I think you know what I mean. I think you got the idea. There, we have to do that part. We're looking for a couple of our small files. And we've been using our vise, which we can put it up here and work. So that's nice too. Put a couple cheap O-rings on here. Just so we can kind of keep this in the middle. I wish they were thicker, but it works. It keeps the handle from slamming up and down. We can go like that with it. Here, back off. Okay, stay tuned. One last clip before this part of the video is over is shaping the angle. We're probably going to clean some of this junk off. Maybe redraw the lines. We don't know. They're still there, so we better not mess with it. What do you think? Just leave it alone, file it so it fits the nut. Said this ain't rocket science. It's not going to be a wrench used to work on a space shuttle. It's just going to be something around here when you need a real flat wrench to get into something, like a little multi-wrench. Project. Good exercise in backyard machining is what it is, really. Something to keep me busy. There's a money shot. When it's done, of course. Stay tuned. Okay, let's turn down the fan. This is the best I can get. It's nice I have files like this, but this is not a triangle file, so you got to be careful going in the corner. You'll mess it up, because that's not a 90-degree corner down in there. So I have to go find my triangle file. I have it somewhere, but that's about the best I can do. It's just a project. I don't know if you can see the light through there or not, but it's not perfect in the corners. Now I'm going to wait to round this over till I'm done making the whole wrench, because I'm using these edges as a measurement, so you don't want to take them off. So you don't want to do that. We're going to clean all this off and start all over with our new scratches. So we might even buff it with the buffer wheels and stuff. Keep the center line mostly, but we're going to start on the ones on the edge. I'll snap a picture of the drawing here so you know what I'm building if you've never seen the first videos. Thanks for watching. We're taking a break now.